Good morning to you, County Executive. We thank you so much for spending your morning and taking the time to talk to us. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you specifically about Nassau County and the case numbers there. Do we have any new cases to report this morning?
So we are still at 40 confirmed cases. We expect that number to increase. Every day we have been seeing an increase, and we will, of course, keep you posted on the number. We have 13 of those hospitalized. 2 of those are in critical, a 57 and a 67-year-old.
When you talk about
those are the ages.
The number of people that are in mandatory quarantine, I believe that was around 200 yesterday. Who is monitoring those folks who are in mandatory quarantine, making sure that they actually don't leave their homes?
So mandatory quarantine is right now at 213 people. We have our Department of Health is monitoring them, visiting them every day from the outside, making sure that they're home. And so far we have had no problems. People are honoring the mandatory quarantine. We also have many in precautionary quarantine as well, and we've been working with them and they've been very cooperative. That makes a big difference. Every time we get a positive case, we do a whole contact investigation. Where does the person work? Where do their kids go to school? Have they been on vacation? Have they been to a birthday party recently? And if someone is deemed at risk, our health department will reach out to them to take the proper precautions.
We understand that most of those cases are in Hempstead. You have at least 31 cases there. Are you guys considering any type of containment zone in Hempstead?
Well, we're speaking to the state about this very topic, so that is evolving at the moment. In the meantime, we have declared an imminent threat to public health, which does 2 things. Number 1, it helps us get more resources to deal with this. Number 2, it helps us limit public gatherings. So last night, for instance, we shut down the Coliseum. There was supposed to be a Jurassic World event, and into the weekend as well. We're talking about containment, about preventing the community spread. So shutting down these large gatherings is key to making that happen. As is, if you're not feeling well, you need to stay home.
I think parents actually have a thought, though, when they hear that, right? You hear the imminent threat and you hear that you're actually taking precautions in terms of large gatherings. What do you consider schools? Are those actually a large gathering where kids are all congregating with their staff and teachers? And is there any plan to actually shut down the school system within Nassau County?
That is an excellent question. I have kids in public school myself, so I get the concern. The policy right now is if there is a positive case in a school, the school is shut down for 24 hours so that they can do a cleaning. If there is not a positive case, right now the recommendation is not to close. In fact, if we find, if there is a positive case, as there has been in Plainview or Bethpage, if it's found that there is a possibility of a wider spread, the district will close for longer in consultation with the county and with the state.
When you say,
but there's an argument to be made that if there is not a positive case, it's actually better to have the kids in the schools. That's what we're hearing right now. Because if you shut the schools, the kids are going out, maybe their grandparents are watching them, they're out there, and they have more of a possibility to actually get sick themselves or to spread the illness.
So your policy very similar to New York City. I just want to go back to Hempstead, and you said that you were discussing a containment zone at this very moment with the state. What is the threshold for doing that? And is there a particular radius in Hempstead that is most at risk?
So our very first case was within the town of Hempstead, and we found that a lot of people connected, because of the contact investigation that we did, a lot of the people connected with this first patient also tested positive. So that was, it was just last week. It seems like a lot longer than that. It was just last week. And, we're looking at other possible clusters as well. And we're in constant communication with the state as to how to respond to that. The details are still evolving, and when we have them, we will get them to you.
Who makes that final decision for a containment zone? Does it come from you? Does it come from the governor?
It's just close collaboration between our Department of Health and the governor's office.
All right, Nassau County Executive.
And we're also in constant communication with our school districts, right?
Good information there. I appreciate you taking the time this morning. I know there's a lot to take in here for parents and everybody across Nassau County, but appreciate hearing your voice this morning.
Thank you.